Okay, I was walking around the house the other day and I decided that I needed to get a limb cut out of the tree, and it would probably be a nice looking job to get it off the house. And I looked at the limb and it's a pretty good sized limb. So I'm going to show you how that works. So the limb is this one here, and as you can see, it was headed over and hanging out towards the house, a little closer than I wanted it to be. So I've cut it off, but it's a good strong limb. I says, you know, this would probably be a ideal place to sit and watch all the neighbor dogs hanging out and have a look out across the yard. So I went to the shop to see what I had to maybe make us a little swing. Didn't really know what I was going to start out with, but this is how it went. So I came into the shop and I was looking for something I could build it out of, and I'm looking, I've got a lot of old rough cut whatever, and I came across some oak. It's an old pallet. It's a nice long piece too, kind of warped and twisted a little bit, but that's just about the kind of stuff I like to get a hold of. So I took a couple of these and says I can probably make a frame for a swing out of that. So I've got a couple of them here still left, which I'll be using here at the next phase probably. We'll see how it all goes. But that's what I started out with. And from there, we took them over, of course, and we run them through the planer and we run them through the joiner. And I apologize for not catching all that, but you can see all those kind of actions in other videos I've done. And we cut them down and we shaped them. And then I had to make some sort of a pattern to something to do with the a seat. So I just kind of came up with an old pattern I had, and these are actually make really good patterns out of this. This is just regular laminate flooring. They're easy to cut on the bandsaw or jigsaw. They lay out nice and easy. They come in a good width. They do a lot of things. So my thought was I would have a back and a seat. So I've labeled these. I don't have any real plans for this. This is all just kind of out of my head. So kind of give you an idea, that's what we started with. And we're thinking that that would probably make a pretty good seat. So we took it from there and we made this. So the pattern looks like it's a pretty good match. And we've got it, we half lapped all this on the corner so that it should be strong. We'll put lag bolts through, or carriage bolts through here to hold this together when we get it all done. But it's glued right now, and it's plenty good for what we're doing at this stage of the game. We cut in and dado dove block there. That'll be the cross member for those. So we've got 4 of them set up, so they should be able to kind of give me an idea of about a 5-foot swing if I set them up. Something like that. I think they'll work out all right, be fairly comfortable, and it's got a little bit of coolness to them with the old nail holes and stuff still in them, but a little rough, but that's kind of what gives it a little bit of character. So that's where I'm at for now. We'll go ahead and continue with the project and fill it in as we get time. Okay, so we needed to do an arm for the chair. So this is our pattern. Good laminate flooring again. And we kind of made one up, made it look about what we thought it needed to look like, and it turned into this one here. And it was fitting in there pretty good. Got her rounded off, sanded down a little bit so it'll be comfortable. And then the next thing we had to do is make something for us to sit on. So we've got our board. I just rough cut it down and rounded it over on the router and got it smooth. So these will sit there. I've just kind of set them in place. They'll be spaced out a little bit, more or less like I've got them kind of roughly set out for the seat. But it is starting to come together and actually looks like a seat. I think it's going to work good. Little surprise there in the middle. We'll see how that turns out when we get to that part. Okay, so we were talking about the swing and getting it installed under my tree, and we're standing here where we're going to look. It's kind of cloudy, overcast out there right now, but I think we'll be all right with that. Let's see if we can show you what we ended up with on the swing. Okay, so here we are, hung up. I'll show you the little feature I have and a little closer look at it. Yes, we had to have a place to hold our beverages while we're sitting in the swing also, so that'll swing out of the way and give two people a place to drink their beverage. Or if you have three people that you want to sit there, we can always fold that back up and out of the way, and then you have room for all three. So all finished in a nice heavy grade oak, and we're going to update the chains and the links a little bit. I had some chains, but they're just don't look substantial enough for me. So anyways, this is what she kind of looks like. And so my view from the swing will now be out into the yard, and I can look around and see what the world's doing. Should be nice this summer, a nice shade tree, and we'll enjoy it.